Hi, welcome to Opportunity with Doug Hall at Remax Integrity. It's August 10th. I'm here with Tony Hann, who's the owner of the FBO here in Albany, Infinite Air, and we're here to talk about Young Eagles and his business and a few other things. Tony, tell me a little bit about your business and why you came to Albany for one thing also.
Well, Albany, we saw a great opportunity at Albany, location right next to the I-5. And also, there's lack of flight training and other aviation services available in this area. So we thought Albany was a good fit. And as Infinite Air Center, what we do is we provide service to the general aviation public. So we're what is called a fixed base operator. So when pilots fly into an airport somewhere where they're not based out of, they need services such as courtesy vehicle for getting around town, meeting clients or something. Getting fuel. If their airplane breaks down, then we service it for them, and also for having weathering out the weather. So we have a lobby, refreshments, and small snacks for the pilots that fly in. And since you asked, the Oregon Department of Aviation has done a study, and back in 2012, it was like every airplane and every pilot that flew into the city of Albany at the airport was worth about $250 to the local economy.
Really?
So ever since we started, we've been seeing increased traffic. So I feel like I'm doing my part for the city of Albany.
The city has to be happy about that.
I hope they are.
And I noticed the plane was sitting in front of this. Is a 182 Cessna or what?
Yes,
and this is a part of a charter service. Your accelerated flight school you have, and you also have a charter service.
Yes. So we started an accelerated flight training program to take advantage of shortage of pilots right now. So a lot of airlines, Alaska, American, Delta, everybody else, they have a shortage of pilots, and which is expected to be worse from 2022 and on. So right now is a good time for younger people to start getting back into aviation as a career and think about aviation as a career. So what we do for accelerated flight training is for 6 to 7 months, we train them full time, so they're going to ground school, they're doing flight training, intensive flight training, time building, so that they could become a flight instructor. While they are earning money as a flight instructor, they could build time, and within about a year and a half to 2 years, they will have enough time to go to the airlines and apply. So that's one of the reasons why we started accelerated flight training. And our charter operation goes kind of hand in hand, where our flight instructors, when they have enough time, they could fly as a charter pilot for our operation, which is badly needed in this area. I mean, there's lack of aircraft charter for businesses.
Portland, Seattle.
To go to Portland, Seattle, Idaho, Northern California, or anything like that for a business, and to take full advantage of the utility of aircraft and its time savings.
And I know you rent planes to the general public. I know I fly a couple of your different aircraft, and so you're also involved in that, not just the training and everything else.
Yes. So we do flight training, we have aircraft charter, aircraft maintenance. We have a 3-bay for aircraft maintenance.
I can hear some going on.
Yeah, well, Robert's busy working good. And also we also rent airplanes. So not every pilot has an airplane, obviously. So when you too, I've been pushing you to get one.
I know.
But anyways, so if they don't have an airplane and they would like to take up their family, like one of our plane is out in Friday Harbor right now. They took, their family flew up to Friday Harbor. It's an easy hour-and-a-half flight, and they're there over the weekend, and they'll be back on Monday.
Awesome.
So it's something like that. If they need a plane, but they have the certificate and the ratings, then they're able to rent from us as well.
All right, Tony, it's been nice talking to you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
See you soon.
All right, thanks.
My next guest is Devin Burroughs. He's the EAA coordinator for the Young Eagles. Devin? Hey, Devin, how are you doing?
Hey, Doug. Nice to have you.
Awesome. So, Devin, we got the Arts and Air Festival coming up for 2018. You are the Young Eagle coordinator that takes care of a lot of it. I know you're extremely busy, and you fly a lot of kids during the year, and I don't know if you're flying that day or not, but why is it that you fly Young Eagles, ages 8 to 17, is that correct?
Yeah.
And where's your passion there?
So the reason why we're doing it is obviously to promote aviation in youth. Right now it's it's kind of difficult for someone that's young, that doesn't really have a connection in aviation, to be able to come out to an airport and get exposure to these airplanes. So part of what we're trying to do is reach out to the community and let people know that we're very welcoming out here, and we can take some of these kids for a ride and get them that opportunity, that initial exposure to flying and general aviation, and try to spark something that they may have never thought was possible for them. So the Art Air is a great way for us to reach out to a ton of kids in the community all in the same day. So typically, they've been doing this event for many, many, many years, all the way back to when they had the Timber Carnival here in Albany. And when we fly typically 200 kids in the 2 days, and Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. And so by doing that, we're trying to get that initial exposure to as many kids as possible. Then through our EAA program meeting monthly, those kids that really are interested and do want to come back and start getting involved in it, we allow them to come out and start taking flights monthly. The idea is that we can start building them into this, and then when they become old enough, they can get started flight training here in Albany.
And now they get a logbook, and I've been blessed enough to be able to fly these kids every now and then and see how it kind of goes. Where they get a logbook with a number on the back.
Yeah.
And they can go into a ground school? Or
so part of what the EAA has done, they've partnered with a company called Sporties that produces an online ground school. So these kids, just by going for a flight and becoming a young eagle, get an opportunity to get a free online ground school that, as they go through that program, they get all the training they need to be able to take the written test, which is kind of the first step we would take towards our private license.
That's good. That's savings.
It is. It's really good. And it's a good opportunity for them. And even if they're not quite old enough to start flying yet, they can start watching some of these videos and they can start taking some of the training. That way, when they do become ready to fly, they have all the background knowledge they already need.
You were a young eagle. Is that what made you? Now you're a CFI. You're teaching Tony's ground school. You're moving.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit about you. How old were you when you were a young eagle? Is that why you're here now?
Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school when I did my first young eagle flight, and from there on, I kind of started working towards it. When I was a senior, I got my private certificate, and then slowly over the years, I added my instrument rating.
Before you got a driver's license?
No, I was driving.
Oh, okay.
No, I drove, but I got my instrument rating, I got my commercial, and then, like you said, I'm a flight instructor now. So I'm teaching ground school class here at the airport, and I'm doing some flight instruction in the airplanes here. So I kind of had a unique opportunity where aviation was in my family, and I could come have a lot of support that way, that they knew what I was going through as a student pilot. A lot of these young eagles we get out here have no exposure to aviation at all, and that's what we're trying to do, is make them comfortable and say, hey, this is realistic for you. This isn't something that only people you don't know do. This is something you can do. It's
tangible. And Devin is part of a family of flyers. His dad, uncle, sister. No, your aunt.
Yeah. So I'm a fourth generation pilot. So it goes back a long time.
Awesome.
Family.
Well, it's excellent talking to you, and I appreciate it. And
no problem. Thanks
everything that you do.
Thanks for flying Young Eagles with us, too.
It was a party, man. I enjoyed it. So thank you very much. And if you want your business shown on Opportunity, just let me know. Doug Hall, Remax Integrity.